Well, apparently I'm live and alive. I've been messing with the background here, trying to see how different backgrounds look, how a blurred background looks. I've actually been trying to reduce the brightness, but it's not really working all that well. So I'll have to work on it some more. I apologize for yesterday. Our solo session did not work out. We had a lot of technical difficulties, and it's it's been an issue ever since we've not been able to connect our Zoom to our Facebook page. Oh, I don't know why the system got changed. At one time, we could connect the Creative Life Facebook page and Zoom account and my Zoom account together, but no, won't let us do it. So there you are. You know, it seems as if Facebook's always changing the way it does things. Well, with that said, let's get on with the reading, which is called Choose Wisely. Choose Wisely. First quote is from a fairly well-known, excuse me, a fairly well-known author called Greg Braden and The Divine Matrix. It's quite a well-known book, The Divine Matrix. He says, ancient spiritual traditions remind us that in each moment of the day, we make the choices that either affirm or deny our lives. Ancient spiritual traditions remind us that in each moment of the day, we make choices that either affirm or deny our lives. And we'll see shortly why that was chosen. Ernest Holmes says it a little bit differently. He says, each person is an individual, and that means self-choice, backed by a power that will produce the thing chosen. And there is more about that in the reading, actually. And that's from Creative Mind, Ernest Holmes. And this is Eugene Holden, who says, being humanly divine and divinely human, one of the gifts we have is the great gift of choice. And it is a gift many of us take for granted. In fact, some of us don't even know we have choices. We have the power to choose what to eat, what to wear, where to go. We get to choose our friends and the people with whom we associate. Most importantly, we get to choose the thoughts that we keep. In his book, and I know this book quite well actually, The Science of Getting Rich by Wallace D. Wattles, he says, and Bob Proctor, my mentor, had us remember all this. There is a thinking stuff from which all things are made and which in its original state permeates and penetrates the interspaces of the universe. A thought in this substance produces the thing that is imagined by the thought. And Eugene says, this has been said in many different ways. What you think about, you bring about. As a person thinketh in their heart, so are they. It is done unto you as you believe. And the last two, of course, are from the Bible. You see, you get to choose how you think, how you feel, and how you act. There are no outside factors that can force us to feel in a certain way. You choose how to respond or how to react to what has been said or done. Thoughts are things, so choose wisely. Okay, so this is all about choice. And a lot of people have questioned, well, if God is so powerful, why can't God intervene and stop all this stuff that's going on? And one explanation is that it all comes down to personal choice. That assuming that there is an overarching intelligence that brought everything into existence, if it were to control everything, then you wouldn't be a human being with choice anymore. You would be an automaton. You would just be a robot directed by something out there. But if you believe, as a lot of us do, that we have personal choice, then stuff can happen. So why is this relevant to us? Because we have personal choice. We can choose what to think and what to feel and how to act. there can be constraints on the acting part. Eugene says that you're free to choose how to think, how to feel, how to act. Well, you choose how you feel, you choose how you think, and then you can also choose how you want to act. There can be outside constraints that stop you doing that, but with the first two, there aren't. Feeling and thinking. It's it's a matter of personal choice. So this means that we have great responsibility because if, as many of us believe, everything is interconnected, then our thoughts are interconnected, our feelings are interconnected, and everything we think and feel to some extent impacts everything and everyone else. So once we realize this, then we have a great responsibility to carry it out. If you're living in ignorance of that and you don't know, well, you don't know. But once you do know, then you have a personal responsibility to guard how you think, how you feel, how you act. So I was discussing this a little bit with one of my prayer partners earlier today, and it's just a fact. I do believe that what we think and what we feel impacts what goes on in the world. Maybe not to a large extent, but to some extent, it really does. So we have to guard our thoughts. The affirmations kind of say it all. I choose to be free. I choose to be peace. And I choose to be the joy of the infinite. I choose to be the joy of the infinite. I choose to be free. I choose to be peace. Pick one, pick them all. Reverend Lisa will be back on at 9:15 tomorrow morning. I will be here hopefully at 5 o'clock tomorrow evening, unless something intervenes and prevents me, as it did today, from getting on at 5. Technical, I don't want to call them technical difficulty. Technical challenges, when they present themselves, are things to be overcome. And today I got presented with a technical challenge here, which, as you can see, I overcame. I'm still working on the brightness aspect because the room's pretty bright, but it's not really as bright as it looks on there. And the stuff behind me, the white, well, it's not nowhere near as white as it appears. So I'm trying to look at it, and we'll see how that goes. Oh, I was going to say, take a deep breath, and then I yawned. Take a deep breath. And let it out slowly. And now go about your day. Go about the rest of your day and choose to think wisely and choose to think good thoughts. Choose to think positive thoughts. And until next time, take care of yourselves. It's cold in this part of the world and in lots of other parts of the world. So please take care. Namaste.